All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash. Double on to the elder apostles. GMS, peace, salutations, blessings, the sincere Akim, layman's truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, the believers, wherever you may be, All right, let's get it. All right, I titled this lesson, Curse, Devoured Earth. All right, so here we go. Start here in Isaiah. I'm going to start Isaiah chapter 24. I'll start verse 3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken this word. Verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. So the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. All right, these devils whom have rule. All right, Esau, Edom, the wicked, has completely defiled the earth. The earth is not only the people, but the earth itself is in such a defiled state. All right. Yeah. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. They don't follow by none of the land Sabbaths, none of the laws, and like just the dietary laws. These devils make the scavengers that clean the earth food to eat, and then not only that is it throws off the earth, because then you don't have your cleansers, like the shrimp, your pigs, your pork. And then what does this devil do? He all this plastic and shit, and these landfills everywhere, and it's just complete and utter defilement underneath the rule of the wicked. All right, Job 9:24. Let me get this real quick in Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. All right. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and we know this red horse to be the wicked Esau, Edom. All right, and whom power earth was given to the hand. Job 9:24. So, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And again, look at the earth. If you could imagine the earth in the naturalist form, like Adam and Eve time and stuff like that, when the earth was abundant, everything was in abundance, and now everything is like the almost like there's no nutritional value. There's nothing. Everything is so defiled. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. All right, and this is these devils have power over the earth for the time being, and that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword. Again, Esau, Edom, that was part of the blessing, the fatness of the earth, and he should live by the sword. All right. Let's see this. All right, let me get back here for a second. Isaiah 24, back to Isaiah 24, verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. All right, and again, the curse being the people in charge. Proverbs 29, verse 2. You know? Let's get it real quick. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. There ain't much, obviously the righteous are not in authority right now. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay? So the wicked bear rule. So therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell thereon are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. All right, that's going to be the cleansing that's going to take place upon the earth. You know that. Can you quit making all that noise? The cleansing that's going to take place. You know. Let's see. World for many. For many to come. For few. Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. All right. Said, I'll give verse 2. I'll tell you a similitude to Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. All right. And that's pretty much the point there. You know. Get back to so now I'm gonna move on to Matthew. Matthew chapter 24. 24, I start verse 21. The words of Yahushua. For then, all right, and this is going into the tribulation that's coming upon the face of the earth. Jacob's trouble, being sorrows, tribulation that's coming upon the face of the earth before the destruction and the salvation. All right, which the salvation would take place right before the destruction takes place. So here we go, Matthew 24:21, in the words of Yahushua. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And we're seeing that on a small scale, but that's nobody understand, unless you have eyes to see and ears to hear. And the Lord really, even though we can't even really visualize how bad it's going to be, the only thing we, know is no matter how bad it's going to be, Lord willing, if we're part of that elect, the Lord going to keep us, provide a way out, and whatever tribulation come, Say, for this shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right, and you think about the flood. You think about just the times of the past. Man, there's been a lot of bad stuff happening on this earth. All right, but it's saying that this tribulation, the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever should be. So it's gonna be the worst time imaginable, all the way up into the ICBM missiles touching down, people lighting up. All right, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. So if the Lord didn't shorten these days, if the Lord just let these devils continue to rule on earth, it said there would no flesh be saved, because these devils have no they're designed to do what they do. All right, they're not designed for life; they're designed for death. You know, he said, "But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." All right, the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Continue on here. This is 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 2. I'll start 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, Yahweh the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience, and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua Mashiach, grace unto you, and peace be multiplied unto you. All right. It say, blessed be the Most High. Blessed be the power and the Father, Yahweh. Blessed be Yahweh, the Father of our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy has begotten us again unto a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahushua Mashiach from the dead, to inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation. All right, so the elect is going to be kept, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, all the way up into salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. All right. So wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, so that trial of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found to praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach. All right, let me see. What was I going to get? Romans, that's stir up pure minds, way remembrance. That's the one I was going to get. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. The second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance. All right. And that's what it is. The Lord Yahushua stirring up our pure minds through the passions that's been set up according to his heart. You know, Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. You know, the Lord give us passions according to his heart. That's going to feed us with his knowledge, you know, through the Spirit. You know, that's starting with the apostles, elders on down, you know, and now we got the elder apostles, you know, stirring up our pure minds. All right. Because this, again, you know, this understanding is given to us by the Spirit, by Yahweh Shemashah. Okay. And the faith is given to us to believe the report by Yahweh Shemashah. All right, it's not of this world. It's not worldly. All right, it's heavenly. All right. It's not of this world. Romans chapter 8, verse. I start verse 26. I start verse 25. 24, Slaki. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? But if we hope for what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. All right, Hebrews 12. So likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself make an intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered now, man. That's like one of the most fire precepts. You can't even understand how our spirit, is groaning, is like crying out into Yahweh Shemashah, and say, what does it say? Ezekiel 9, verse 4. Those whom cry and Salah. Let me get it. Those who cry and sigh for the abominations done in the midst thereof. All right. Even when we ain't physically, by way of, doing a epistle, video lesson, even if we ain't physically crying and sighing about the abominations we're going through everyday life and just pain, just looking at the wickedness and the abominable behavior of this place, just like say, and just when the Lord saved just Lot, because he was just, and he was vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked. He was vexed by the filthy manner of living by the wicked. All right, and we are in that lot. We are in Lot's lot, being, trying to be just in a very wicked world, because as part of being renewed, all right, being renewed in the mind, you try and get right to your best ability. All right. And this is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, all right, people before it's a place, and set a mark. And this is not the Quran, but this is the law, a spiritual mark, which is a exemption from judgment. All right, set the wall upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay, again, we out here not only doing it physically, saying, hey, this is wicked, this is against the ways of the Lord, this is against Yahweh Shemashah, the devils rule the earth, we're doing all that. But like I said, even our spirits, our mind, our soul is crying out to the Lord at times. And it says, but the Spirit itself make an intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. So, and he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High. And we know that all things work together for the good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son. All right? And that's what you're seeing, in sincerity and a high level, some with the El Apostle and GMS, like my brothers on down, is, Lord willing, the hopeful elect whom are predestinated to be conformed to the image of Yahweh Shemashah. All right? Because what do you got going on? Well, you got the rest of the world wondering after beasts. And they trying to be they trying to conform to the image of the beast. They trying to stay in Babylon the Great. They trying to hold on to something that is temporal. All right. And for whatever reason, the Lord give them that spirit of slumber, that eyes that can't see, whatever it may be, is his purpose. That's why I say. And we know all things work together for good to them that love the Most High. All right? All things. No matter, like, brother, catching hell, I say, I've been on a little hell catching trip for the last couple months. Demons balling me, but hey, it all, and here I am, I feel stronger than ever in the spirit. I ain't gonna go into detail, but I feel stronger than ever in the spirit right now, and Lord willing, just keep getting better. You keep getting stronger. All right. All things work together to the good to them that love the Most High. What it may look like, you're catching hell or whatever. the outcome, the end result, it won't matter. Okay, say, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. All right, Yahushua being that first spirit created, and then you have the first fruits, and the first fruit, 144,000. All right, there's 144,000 spirits out here, most likely here on this earth right now. Maybe not all 144,000, but hey, you never know. Okay. But 140,000 is predestined to get the victory. All right. And these are the first fruits. These are, the spirits that the Lord had, that was there from the beginning. That's pretty heavy. What was verse 30? Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. He said, what shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? All right, so I asked the monster, hey, Lord Yahweh Shah is for us, because he showed us this light, this marvelous light. He give us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He feed us, this bread. All right. He gives us passion according to his heart. We could be off somewhere else, in Christian plantation shit, doing some crazy shit, whatever, All right. Matthew chapter 5. I'll start at verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden down under the foot of men. That's the thing. Being in this wicked ass world, it tend to, if you're not in the right spirit, if you're not being fed with the words, with Yahweh Shah, all right, if you're not constantly growing in righteousness, then you're gonna be slipping off into wickedness, and you're gonna lose that savor, all right. And who knows how many times we done been here on this earth and caught judgment and whatever, but the time come where say some men not gonna taste that second death. Some men gonna be, men and women, children, who are part of that the elect. You're gonna be get that salvation. Verse 14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and give a light unto all that are in the house. And again, heavy, like the elder brother from Mississippi Kazak, don't leave the house, And we, the brother, starting with the elder apostles on down, like my brother, we ain't only a light to the world, but we're a light to the house. It says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven, because that's what it's all of. It's all the will you have us in our side. All right. That's where all the glory goes into. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is not of us. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me get a couple of these real quick. Let me see here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start right here. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. All right, and again, you got the law itself, but you also got the commandment, which is the word, which is Yahushua. All right, that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that it is set before them. It said, for the Most High has given them. For them, go on, cat. Get out of here. And don't throw up right there. Come get this cat. Take it somewhere. Hurry. Pick it up. Take it to the bathtub. Put it in the bathtub. That way you can wash it out when it throws up. Shh. All right, be quiet, please. Never. Shut the door. Second chapter 7, verse 21. For the Most High had given straight commandment to such as came. All right. What they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Okay. And what do you have today? You got the some other apostles on down, talking about what we bring out prophecy. We'll say the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. All right, trying to warn the sheep, trying to warn Israel. Being a true watchman. Not misleading, not leaning on understanding, not taking no bag. All right, wholeheartedly trusting Yahushua and being guided, in the spirit, and then putting the work back in. As you freely receive, freely give. All right, to whatever portion the brother is capable of. And just like Scripture say, Apollos water, Paul plant, Apollos water, the Most High get the increase, something like that. Let me see if I can get it. I don't want to butcher. First Corinthians chapter. I'll start verse. I'll start verse 5. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos, but ministers of whom ye believed, even as the Lord Yahushua gave to every man. So I have planted, Paul planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High, Yahweh gave the increase. All right. The Lord gonna get an increase. If it be, well, they would say, well, much is given, much should be required though as well. So you don't want too much. Some brothers don't want too much. Be out there. I just imagine if some brothers be, they can really give some of these other camps a reason to say these guys are bugged out, they crazy. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. They gonna have to every idle word tongue. What it say? Man, I ain't gonna get through this. Idle word. They gonna have to take. Everybody gonna have to take account in day of judgment. All right. It say this is Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12. Verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And he's talking to the Yahushua's talking to Pharisees, the scribes and Pharisees and whatnot. And that's just, what's that precept? It's not what goes in the mouth, but what comes out. The same thing. You know, if you're coming against the spirit, Yahweh Shema Shah, you're coming against this doctrine. That's what I'm talking about. You're coming against the men of the Lord, you're coming against the prophets. Every idle word that you should speak against them or this word or the spirit, Yahweh Shema Shah, that's very dangerous. I don't know how to. Defy. It's lock here. I don't know. I can't think of how that precept is worded. So we'll just continue on. Matthew 12, verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right. So again, man, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. You know, you don't want to be just talking out the side of your head for no reason. All right. But some of these people, you know, everybody, I mean, what the Lord did our step, people got demons on them at the end of the day, you know. Back to 2 Ezra chapter 7. For Most High to give them straight commandment to such as came. All right, how's this word and commandment going out right now? By the way of the word, by the way of the YouTube unicorn. Also, you know, you got your brothers on the highways and byways. You know, prophesying the downfall of America. You know, prophesying the destruction, prophesying the end of this age, the end of Esau's world. All right. Prophesying the return of Yahushua, you know. And what we're also saying, you know, what you should do, take heed, you know, that you may live. All right, this is what it is. This is what's coming. You know, this is who the devil is. You know, they're about to come in with this MOTB. It has to do with buying and selling. It's going to be physical, you know. That's what it's saying. You know, for the Most High giving straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. All right, and you have when the Lord was on the scene, the same thing. You know how Yahushua was on the scene. They spoke against the Lord. You know, well, it's kind of the same thing now. You got, you know, the Spirit of the Lord, you know, dwelling on this earth through His men that are able to, you know, some of the elder apostles on down here who are able to receive this message, receive the report. Said, verse 23, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds and said of the Most High that He is not and knew not His ways. It says, but His law have they despised and denied His covenants. In His statutes have they not been faithful and have not performed His works. And therefore Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I told thee shall come to pass, and when the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth, and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders. For my son Yahushua shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. All right, that's the point, though. You know, and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils, from the perils. All right, see the wonders. Stand on that sea of glass, got the victory. You know. Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. And that's those who get that victory, up in the chariot with Yahushua, all right, up in the firmament, looking down upon the earth, America burning, the lake of fire, all right, after the ICBM missiles hit. Saying, I saw it, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten a victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, all right, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God, Yahweh, power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Yahweh Shah said, Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, O Yahweh Shah, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. All right. Yeah, that was it. What was I? Yeah, that's pretty much the point right there. So, I think that's all I had. Lord willing, we endure to the end. Like the Lord has blessed us with, with this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, to see what it is. And Lord will, Yahweh Shai give us, the strength and lead and guide us all the way up into, salvation. If it be Lord will. So with that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Ashah, Bashim Kwakadash, double honor to the other apostles, and Shalom.